Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Gemini Soul. Guys, please know this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with all of you guys. So take what you need. Hopefully, there's a message here. I just feel whenever you're guided to a message, there may be something in it. And maybe the whole message is not for you, but there may be something you can take away from this message that actually resonates with you, that really, truly connects and can help you on your journey. All right. If you find that any of this energy is entertaining, it helped you, or you just enjoy the energy, definitely give me a thumbs up. That's all I ask you to do to support me. And there is going to be some changes on the channel. I am going to be doing for tiers 1 and 2, releasing some weeklies over there. So if you have not joined, you can definitely join for tier 1, 2. It doesn't matter. However you would like to support your girl, I would appreciate it. And I'm going to be starting that out very soon, okay? But anyway, guys, this energy for Gemini is something. So let's talk about it, okay? So again, it may not resonate with all of you, but let me talk about the energy just on the table. Then I'm going to clarify with some tarot cards. When I pulled your energy card, Gemini, you had deception. And it says, things are not as they seem. Watch out for dishonesty. Gemini, at first I was thinking, okay, maybe you feel somebody's being dishonest around you, not telling you everything. But the spirit guided me that this is your energy. All right? We are not perfect, Gemini. So being deceptive doesn't always mean that you're doing things you have no business doing, or trying to get away with something. It just seems like you're protecting your heart at this time. You're protecting, I feel like a direction that you're moving in that honestly, it feels pretty good to you, but you still have some doubts in this direction. Clarifying deception came worry. So that let me know that's you, Gemini. You're worried. You could be in a relationship. You could be maybe a new job or something in your life is going on. And you feel like, do I know everything? You may even feel like I need to really protect myself until I know better or until I see things differently or something becomes very clear to me. And I feel like, I think you guys, it was either you, Gemini, Cancer, Cuz, or it was you, Gemini, that you're worrying about a lot of different things. And it's invading on your mind being free, invading on your heart being free. Now, this could be some things that you dealt with in the past. You may even feel that maybe a situation you're in may trigger you to be very guarded. But I'm seeing you right now is like you're just trying to guard your feelings, your emotions. And it's not going without saying, Gemini, that in the past you may have showed up in certain ways that you may have felt people did not appreciate you. Okay, or maybe you did too much, or maybe you didn't do enough. I don't know. But the way that I'm feeling this with the deception is coming from within you. You have the ability, Gemini, to settle your mind on this. Now, whether you want to do it is a different thing. And I think the reason you don't want to do it is because your heart is worried about the next step in the situation. That's how I feel. Now, when it comes to the energy outside of you, Gemini, it says missing you. Your absence is felt. They long for your embrace once again. Somebody could be missing you, Gemini. This is energy outside of you. Whether this is a family member, a friend, or an actual relationship. For some reason, I don't feel that you're in separation. I feel that you pulling back your energy because you're in your head and you're worrying about certain things. You are the cause of the missing you. Like they missed the old you. Maybe if you started dating someone and you was this is what I'm hearing, Gemini. Like, you may have dated someone like, oh, this ain't gonna be serious. I'm just gonna have a good time. I'm gonna date. I'm gonna go out. But it turned out to be like, this is just a scenario. This may be the case. It may not. It turned out to be more. You realize you got more in common with this person. You realize you enjoy being around this person. Something is like scary. But also it could be something that you enjoy it, but something keeps triggering you. And I feel like maybe a way they show up, maybe the way you have a conversation with someone. And I'm hearing like open-ended conversation. Gemini, you may want to talk about the future and what it is you want to plan with this person, how you want to move forward. But your worries of feeling like, if I do this, what will happen? So you're trying to see the future. And I just don't feel that the spirit guides are giving you all the clear answers that you need, because they want you to work through something. And this work through something could be healing, okay? And I know you probably say, I've been healing, I've been meditating, I've been taking care of myself, or I just have not been dealing with people. And all that could be the reason, okay? So it could actually be that time is near for you to accept and open up and try again. Not all, but it could be. Missing you comes under confusion. I feel you got somebody confused, Gemini. When they talk about Geminis and two sides, I believe you're showing up to this person one way today and tomorrow a different way. Or one way this week and one way next week, okay? And I feel that this person is truly confused. Not that they don't love you or have feelings for you or want to grow with you or have something with you, but I don't feel that they're really clear on what it is you want with them, right? Like, Gemini, Geminis, we can show up and be the most loving and caring, but something could trigger us or happen and we will shut down on you in a minute and send you on your way. And why? Because we're going within. All right. And when we go within and we start thinking, mostly of his mindset, we put the emotions on the side. We put the heart to the side, right? And that's what this is about. This is the deception of your heart, Gemini. This is, and I'm not telling you that this is the perfect person. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. What I'm telling you is I feel that there is some energy around you that adores you, or perhaps wants to build with you, or wants to be closer with you, and that you have that in and out energy with this person. So one minute they're missing you and the next minute they're loving you to death. This is what I'm hearing, okay? So what you don't know, the spirit is trying to tell you, again, this is why I feel it may be a relationship. Now, this could be your energy, and it definitely could be the person you're dealing with. But because you have deception and worry, Gemini, about getting into any commitment or working with anyone that you may feel you're going down a road that you've been down before, single is the energy that came up. They are single and available to pursue. Clarified by pause. Gemini, I feel that, again, I told you, this in and out energy, you can love them today, and I'm not saying you hate them tomorrow, but you just want your space. You just want to clarify. You just want to get clarity. You just want to make sure what you're feeling is what you're feeling. You want to make sure if this is something you're going to put in and invest in, that you take that time to ensure that you're taking care of yourself at the same time. Some Geminis can sometimes go in very hard and show up, and y'all wonder why. People love to be in relationships with Geminis because you're fun, you're very smart, a lot of you pretty, stable. Even some of you overabundant, but some of you are pretty stable. And those who get in certain situations have the mind of what's the process to get out of it. All right. So you're really good with making moves, Gemini. You're good with making moves. I feel this person also knows that. Gemini, I just heard this person feels like you can do with or without it. That's probably not the best for someone to feel that way about you, Gemini. But I also feel like if they got feelings for you, there's nothing they can do about it. This is what I'm hearing. You may have paused a time, like you may have told the person, like, wait a minute. I need a little time. I need a little space. Somebody could have wanted to get engaged. They could want to move in. They could have wanted to be in a committed relationship with you or something of that sort. Some of you are not sure if this person is actually single and available to even begin to have something serious with you. You may have just thought a friend, a relationship, what they call it, a situationship. Some of you Geminis, you just wanted a situationship. But you may have got caught up, okay? Or this person has got caught up in their feelings. Some of you, I feel like, I don't feel like you just like, it's over, we can't do this. Or that. I just feel you paused it. And that pause putting a little fear in this person too, because they're like, am I about to lose Gemini? Like, I'm also feeling like this person feel like, what did I do? Gemini, if you're not talking to them or expressing to this person what it is that they did, they in very much fear that you may be about to call something quits. All right. I also feel like Gemini, this person is just like, I could probably never have Gemini in the palm of my hands. So it's going to probably be hard work even to get Gemini to maybe date me often. Give me enough chance or give me a chance to show Gemini that I'm single and free and available for this relationship. Some of you Gemini, and this is for some, I'm feeling like this single, saying that you're single and you're free and you're available. You are. Personally, you are. In the 3D, you may not. But you may be holding on to some past actions or regrets or people or a person that I feel that you may not be with at this time. But there is certain things that it's almost like you feel that you didn't have a good understanding of what went wrong. And some of you Geminis may be blaming yourself in some ways. But I feel like if that is a situation, you and this other, and I am seeing like, I'm seeing like, perhaps you've had a conversation, maybe you're friends, maybe people moved on, everybody's in different situations now. And some of them you're still trying to, the mind, it's the mind Gemini, it's the mind still trying to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And Gemini, I'm hearing it's not for you to put those pieces of the puzzle together because it never did come together. It wasn't the big picture. Okay, that you need to stand outside of the picture because clearly you think you're still involved in something that perhaps someone could be messing with your energy. They could still care about you. They could be in a whole different situation. I'm also hearing, Gemini, like somebody could be calling you and really telling you how they really care about you and things like that. You may even, some of you Geminis, and you feel like it's deception. Some of you are worrying about how they may show up, if they're going to show up at your job or they're going to try and mess up a relationship that you're trying to start now. Though, Gemini, I don't see you fully committed to ensuring nothing comes in that deception that will keep you from your happiness. And that is sometimes releasing old feelings, situations, trauma, patterns, triggers. And I'm not saying like, well, what, Gemini, you probably like, well, what do you think I'm supposed to do when it pops up in my mind? I don't feel that it keeps you stuck, but I feel that every now and then it keeps you from being happy. And I feel, Gemini, these Geminis I'm talking to, y'all real strong. Now, this is the collective Geminis that I'm talking to. You real strong when it comes to loving yourself now. But I still feel you struggle with sometimes thoughts of the past coming up, which could be relationships or how you showed up or how you felt you didn't love yourself enough or the things you was telling yourself or the things you allowed to happen in the past. Okay? That's what I'm just hearing, God. Let's get to some tarot here and see what else the Spirit has to say. But it's as simple as what I'm seeing. It says deception, missing you, and single. So somebody, and somebody could feel that you're being deceptive, Gemini. This is what I'm hearing. They could feel like you're not really opening up. You're not really sharing. You're not telling them what's wrong. You're not telling them what you need. And Gemini, some of you feel like, I don't want to have to tell them. I don't want to have to do. I want them to know. Gemini, I know we manifest. We ask for certain things, but then there's still work that we have to do. And the one thing we have to do is to show up. Like, they're not mind readers, right? We're in the mind, and they definitely cannot read our mind, okay? Because our mind is everywhere, all right? Whenever it wants to be somewhere, it goes there, right? That's just how I'm feeling about it. That, somebody really wants to know how to show up for you, how to connect with you, what it is that they need to do. And I think some of you, the moment this person gets into that circle or that space, you paused it. That's what I'm seeing. You just pause. Wait a minute. Like, you could have been like, things going too fast. I got something I need to deal with. I feel like that's the deception. Excuses, right? Knight of Pentacles under the bottom. Slowly moving. I feel like somebody wants to move or they are moving towards you, but you're scaring them, Gemini, because they don't want to put their heart out there and you shut the door on it, right? Just like you've been hurt in the past or someone's been deceptive towards you. Let's not be, Gemini, hurt people, right? I mean, clearly, whoever this is, you have some worries and fears. Gemini don't have worry. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, Gemini. Gemini don't have worry and fears about someone they don't care about, okay? So if you are struggling with worries, fears, or deception, you got some emotions there that you need to work on because somebody you care about. And you may even see them as a wish fulfillment. You may have been wishing upon this. You may see them very emotional and open towards you and caring. And it could be scary. So you may feel like, okay, what is this all about? How about it's all about the fact that you've been manifesting? It's your time and you deserve a loving relationship that you can invest in. And that perhaps, just maybe, Gemini, all your dreams can come true. Okay? And I'm not saying everything is perfect. You're going to get the perfect home, cars, kids, whatever it is that's being connected to this wish fulfillment. It's just, it is a possibility that it's time to get on that path. And if you're already on that path, take heed to what you're seeing in front of you than what you left behind you. That's what I heard, Gemini. I know some of y'all done probably clicked off by now, like, I ain't trying to use Gemini soul. But I'm just telling you what the Spirit said. I'm just telling you what my guidance is, okay? Gemini, let's talk about this deception and worry. What is this deception and worry about? Can you give us more information on that? It didn't fall out. Well, we got the King of Swords, justice, the right thing, lessons learned, clarity, a mindset in a certain direction, doing the right thing. Gemini, I see this like, this is all of mine. What is the right thing to do? That's how I feel about it. This deception and worry is clarified by the King of Swords. The King of Swords stands his ground mentally, holds the tower, holds the judgment, holds the lessons learned, looks at patterns, but then makes a judgment on the right thing to do. But it's your judgment, Gemini. Are you making too many judgments on just the right thing for you? Or should you be opening up to also see what is right for someone else? And I'm not coming down on you because I'm a Gemini. Listen, I get it. Sometimes you just like want to protect your peace, your honesty. And not all of us Geminis are honest, right? Because we got deception starting the card out. And I bet your crosswatch like, that's right, Gemini is deceptive. I don't feel you being deceptive. I just feel like you just don't got time to play. You know, like, look, it's like 7 of Pentacles under the bottom. If I'm going to invest, I want to see a return. Gemini, like, if I'm going to invest this time, I heard that, I want to see a return. Yeah, that's what it's all about. You're not just being deceptive, Gemini. You just like deception and worry. Oh, Gemini, it's the Ace of Cups, baby. You got enough love for you and everyone else around you. Gemini, I also hear you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this could be you. Your heart and your emotions, and that's what's that deception and worry. You like, man, I'm so open to this person. I'm caring, I'm sharing, or this what you should be doing. And study worrying about deception. Some of you just may feel like this person, or maybe they're not telling me the truth and it's going too good. And all they doing is showing up with all these emotions, and you swords. It's like, you know, I know you got all emotions, but you have the brains to go with it. That's kind of how it is. You're like, I'm looking at this for what it is. I know you say you love me. You got a lot of emotions. You're available, right? Because this person told you they are single and available to pursue. And you're like, okay, I get all of that, but can you match me mentally? Like, can we have that conversation that's gonna make my heart feel good or make me get out of my head? Also, Gemini, some of you are waiting for someone to do something that's going to clear up the clutter in your mind. And that the spirit is like, you're the only one that can clear that clutter up, Gemini. What you want? Do you want this person? Do you want a relationship? Do you not? Some of you, I don't feel you stuck there. But some of you got out of a relationship and there was some trauma. And just every now and then you slip back into the thoughts, the drama, how things happen. And some of it could be good memories. You know, it's good and bad is what I'm hearing. There was times where you were in relationships where it was successful till it wasn't. And I get that, Gemini. But the universe is saying that still be patient with yourself. Don't come hard on yourself, Gemini. The universe is clearly saying they see exactly what your worries is. And your worries is, I show up emotionally, will this person have me in my head about deception? Or will I have to be deceptive? Will I begin this relationship and have to start another way? You know, like walk away from this. And some of you are just trying to make sure that what you're seeing is clear. Missing you and confusion. This is the outside energy. Missing you Yeah. Gemini. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Strong Leo here. But what I'm seeing with this Five of Pentacles, that may be a situation you had in the past that's messing with you. You could have dealt with a Leo or someone with that Leo-like energy, which is very passionate. You know, it could have been someone very passionate that could have been very much in control of their self and their lives and how they wanted to do things and move in certain ways or whatever. And maybe it was joyful times, but there also was times where you felt left out in the cold too. Now, you could have left a Leo, right? And the reason why you left Five of Pentacles, you wasn't happy. Things wasn't clear, right? There also could be one that's missing you, that they feel like left out in the cold, or it doesn't have to be that. They just have that fiery energy. So maybe they had a lot of passion for you. The Five of Pentacles is they just, at this point in time, someone, Gemini, feels lack for you not being there. Now, again, I told you someone could be pretty much in your energy. I don't feel they're affecting you in a way that it keeps you sometime in your head about how true this next situation is, if that's the case, or one that's coming up. So I feel like this is a reading to be aware. If you're already in a situation and you find yourself in your head a lot right now, the Spirit is saying be aware of your actions, be aware of your thoughts, of what you're feeling about a situation, because it could be something that you walked away from, a relationship that you walked away from, and you may didn't have all the clarity, or you wasn't happy in that situation. It's almost like facing that, understanding that. But the thing is, I don't feel like it's holding you back. And if this is energy outside of you, so this is someone, and if this is the relationship that that you were in or you're in, this person is missing you, and they're not happy at all without you, Gemini. They feel, and the thing is, this person may need help or healing, deep healing. I'm also feeling like this person may feel sorry for themselves. Because maybe you were happy times, you were clarity, you were structure. And I just feel like wherever they at, they feel like something's missing. Now, this could be the situation you're dealing with now, because it does have missing you. So take it how it resonates, Gemini. Either the relationship you're in now, and someone's missing you, feeling left out in the cold. You've brought happiness to them. And right now, and it's almost like for the outside, they don't want to do anything different. It's almost like they're saying, I just want to have my Gemini back. I just want my Gemini. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, so clearly, cross watchers. All right, I hear y'all. All right, but you can't be hijacking the readings, okay? But clearly, there is something missing. They're missing you, and they're so confused at this time. Some of them know that it's over, and they could never go back to having what they had with you, but it doesn't stop them from loving you. That's what I heard. Okay, hijackers. Some of them have to move on. Someone feel that they have to move on. They're not very happy, but they are going to do what they need to do to continue to live and be on this journey. Now, is it healthy? I don't know. Because with the Five of Pentacles, there is help. There's a church. All I have to do is turn around and get this help. But when a person with the sun, that means no clarity and no happiness. This person ain't finna turn around no time soon for help. It's almost like they want to sit with their emotions. Like, now, I don't think this you, Gemini. But some of you, Geminis, if this is you, you're feeling left out in a situation that you thought you would be happy in. And it's not working out. And I feel like it's memory wise. I don't feel like it literally has a hold to your everyday life. Right? Like, I don't feel like you're stuck and stragged in like the Eight of Swords, don't know if to move left or right. I feel like this is an energy that comes and goes. And guys, just because we get over a person or we heal or we work on this healing, it doesn't mean we stop loving people just because they wasn't it or it didn't work out or you had to walk away and for some time you wasn't happy. You still had a bond, an emotion with this person, built something or had something, even if it was 5, it wasn't much, right? Maybe 5 Pentacles, you didn't ever really build what you thought you built, and you were unhappy about that. Someone outside of you, because this is outside energy, is struggling with the fact that they never did build the happiness they thought they were going to build with you. Okay, let's move on, because I feel like that's been hijacked. Okay, that's the outside energy. However it's dealing, however you see that for you, Gemini. Single and pause. Yeah, the Empress. The universe is telling you are so nourishing, you're so caring, you're abundant, you can grow, you can build, you can reach. You know, the Empress talks about, that's what you do. You sometimes you just gotta start over. Sometimes you just gotta invest. Sometimes you just gotta nourish your soul, your mind, so that you can get back to business. Okay? It's Gemini's about business, right? At the end of the day, you get knocked down, Gemini, but you can stand back up. And the universe is like, you can nourish yourself more than, and you got that heart. Look, I always look at, why is the heart down by the feet? You know how I feel that means to me? It's hidden. It's there. Right? And I feel like that's there because every now and then you got to do a check on how am I loving myself? How am I nourishing myself? And then sometimes I feel like with the Empress, every now and then, Gemini, if you feel this way, it's like, I feel like you just stop and be like, the universe really do love me. I've been through some things. But for some reason or another, you're like a cat and you land on your feet like 9 lives. And there's been times like it ain't been perfect. You've been down. You've been disappointed in people. You've had to overcome things. You've had to come up with the strategy in 24 hours, but you've always had the true nourishment of your soul. And not only just yours, but others. You are a nurturer. Here, this Gemini that I'm talking to, you are a nurturer. And you nurture yourself. But just you walking in the room, I feel like nurtures others, and you may not even know it, Gemini. I feel like people want you to come to, like, you got the holidays coming up for those of you who celebrate it. It's like a party ain't a party unless Gemini is there. You've been invited way before it even. It's like if you coming, the guest list gets longer and longer. Oh, Gemini gonna be there? The guest list gets longer. It doesn't matter how old you is, male or female. It's just people enjoy being around your energy because it is nourishing when you're on your game. But the problem people have for you is when you pull back all your energy and you just focus on you for some time. It can become confusing for people because you have something they want. Their energy in which you share, which is very nourishing. And I don't think some of you Geminis know how powerful your energy actually is. It's your aura. Okay? Now, we do have some Geminis that has to learn lessons and ain't nobody perfect, can have toxic ways and habits and clingy and overburden and slick with the mouth, who doesn't? It's not just the Gemini thing, it's life. It's my opinion. It's my thought. It's what I need to tell you at the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now later I'll regret it. And maybe I'll apologize for it, right? So nobody's perfect. We also have the Page of Wands under the bottom. Somebody very eager to come in and communicate with you. Someone very eager to start something fresh. Somebody that may have a lot of passion. It may be starting off like they just see you and it's like, wow, I would love to be in a relationship with Gemini. I'm also hearing someone knows that you're free. Well, okay. All right, this ain't for all, but someone knows that they are single and available to pursue. Somebody know you're single, Gemini, and you're available to pursue. You ain't got that ring on your finger yet, and maybe somebody got their eye on you, okay? Because maybe there was something went wrong with someone in the past, and somebody got their eye on you, and they are ready to pursue you. Maybe someone had to get away from a connection because they knew Gemini was like, no. Now, unless you got that Gemini that was just like, let's just be in a, what you call it, situationship. Or somebody's like, no, I want to be single. I want to really invest or have something with Gemini. Why? Why? Because they're nourishing, they're caring, they have the ability to grow. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm seeing. I hear some people working on their finances too. Now, Gemini, you may have had a conversation with someone about finances. And that's because they're coming in your world. I just heard that. They coming in your world. Now, you will care and show up and have a good time. But if you're talking about commitment and literally coming in my world, yeah. There's a little, we're going to need a little bit more than just some fire. That's what I'm hearing, Gemini. You okay, Gemini? Y'all, let's get a closing message for a Gemini. Okay. I'm only going to take what fall out for a reason because I'm being guided to do that. First of all, you have the Two of Wands. So that's definitely leaving something in the past. And then just focusing on your future, right? That's that energy that I'm telling you, Gemini, you got to work on it. There's some fears, deception, like I say, about showing up and being, it don't have to be a connection, just showing up and being committed to just going out there and knowing that there may possible be a connection for you, just waiting for you right around the corner. Again, we have the Knight of Pentacles showing up again. Very strategic and slow. Someone could be doing that. Or you may be like, you know, Gemini, so I'm just taking my time right now. I know it's a whole world out there, but you got fears with this and deception. So don't be sitting up there telling me, yes, I'm ready. I'm going to go out there and take on the world. And then you get off work and you go straight home and you close the door and you got a glass of wine or beer or whatever the heck it is. Don't do that because that's deception. You know you ain't went out there looking for nothing. Now, I'm not saying go out there and solicit yourself and go try to find this or that, Gemini. But be for real with yourself because the universe sees you. And then you come home and you're worried about it. And you're being deceptive to yourself when it's like the universe like, really? You think we don't see you holding all that in, all that good love and emotions because your mind like, well, you know, I'm studying it a little more. Studying what, Gemini? Don't do that. Because the universe like, yeah, well, we see you. So stop being deceptive. You get out there and celebrate. Have a good time for the holidays. Go to the Christmas parties, Thanksgivings, whatever. And don't worry so much, Gemini. Like, because worrying is deception. And also because it becomes toxic. Because you get stuck in that phase. So move your energy around. Do something different on the way home. Study going straight to the house, Gemini. Maybe stop off and talk to a friend you ain't seen in a while. Maybe, you know, instead of sitting having a drink by yourself, invite somebody over for one. I'm not telling you, you know, Gemini, like, y'all got to take this energy and information that I'm giving you to the benefit of you. This message is here for a reason, okay? So with this Two of Wands, getting this clarification for the closing, yeah, look at that. You already have the Empress here. The universe is like, man, go out there and nourish and be who you are, right? Financially, some of you definitely, I feel like, you're like, no, I'm just staying in, taking the checking my books. What is it? Your invoices, your bills, just keeping everything balanced. You know, loving myself, getting my hair cut, getting my all dolled up, getting ready for them. Some of you shopping, getting your outfit and stuff. You've been invited, or if you haven't, you should be. All right, and just yeah. Ace of Wands, get all fired up. Get fired up for you. Even if you ain't getting fired up to find a relationship, you don't know how that energy see. And that's the thing. Once you get into it and you fired up and that energy gleaming off of you, all this fiery, I'm seeing like not only just like the Ace of Wands, but you got love in your heart, your mind's kind of settling down, or you need to just release things from your mind. Like as you clear your aura, you start to attract, right? Because we attract. I know people say, "Oh, you attract who you are, or your energies." Sometimes that's true, but sometimes the devil's always busy. You can track the wrong energy. But I feel your aura is so protected, and you want it to be clear and free, so that you're not so indecisive of who you can trust and who you can spend your time with. I'm not telling you gotta go, Seven of Swords. It's like, as soon as I said that, I was about to say who you could trust. Gemini, it's like, you like, listen, I done left the door open too many times, Seven of Swords. But Gemini, did you leave it open because somebody else was being deception, or did you leave it open so you can get out of there when you need to? That's just what the Spirit said. One more card. Y'all take it and resonate. Y'all know I tries to keep it real with you. I tries to keep it real with you, Gemini. What you got? Look at that. Three of Swords in reverse, Gemini. It's over. Right? Yep. And then the Hermit on the bottom. You've healed. You've got the clarity. This message, right? The Hermit is looking for some answers. And this message that you just received from me has probably given you some answers. Definitely put it down below. Comment. Give me a thumbs up. Even if you don't want to talk about your situation, Gemini, sometimes we got pride. But the one thing is when you speak it and you put it out there in the universe, Spirit, I'm healing. I'm accepting the goodness from this reading today that I'm going to get out there and do me and enjoy myself. And I just feel like release the triggers of the past and understand that what's meant for me is for me, and accept that what didn't work for me, it was protection. It was a protection. That's all it was. Because it could have been worse. It could have ended worse. It could have went on for so much longer time. But you somehow got through it, got out of it, got away from it. And maybe you still do struggle sometime within understanding what happened. But right now the universe is like, just get out there. Just get out. You never know what's waiting for you around the corner. Okay? And the Three of Swords is the third party, the deception, the hurt of being in your mind, the hurt of the heart. Like, sometimes we pretend. Right? There's deception. Oh, I'm still getting over something. I'm still hurting. I'm still okay. I don't think that's it, Gemini. I think it's your fears. It's your fears of being great. Okay? Gemini, work through that. Because the universe is saying there's a whole big old world out there. And you've worked through some stuff and they get that. And if you haven't, you're about to begin. And with that, the Three of Swords in reverse, you are healing. You have come such a long ways, whether you see it or not. Okay, I just heard this reading is too long. Gemini, if you like, well, you know, I'm still healing, or I don't think I'm over it. Whatever this situation was when it first hit, I bet you couldn't sleep. You probably was crying. You was angry. You did things that you had no business doing. But now, you know you're not doing that. You're not crying all night. You're not up all night. If those feelings come and go, yeah, it's like a little trigger, but then it flees because you got control of it now. You got control of your emotions. You may not have all the answers. You may not know why it happened, why somebody cheated on you, why they chose somebody else, why they walked away from you without knowing, or why you chose to walk away because you don't have all the answers yet, or you don't see it clearly, and you don't need to. All you need to know is that in that place and time, the sun in reverse, you wasn't happy anyway. And to keep working on something where a person isn't happy, it's like a waste of breath. It's a waste of breath. Okay, Gemini? So now we get out there. And whether we get out there just for ourselves, or we get out there to say, you didn't win. Heartbreak, disappointment, mind chatter, triggers. You didn't win. I'm stronger than that. And with this world card, the universe, like, we got your back. Your aura, we're protecting you. If something comes on your path, Gemini, that the spirit needs you to know, I feel you're going to get the sign immediately. I do, because I feel like you've done so much. And it's like just for the temple, the vessel within you. And you think, I ain't really did a lot. I haven't really. You don't know how your spirit guides are seeing you. We're all his children. We're all connected to the divine, Mother Gaia, the earth, the building, the finances, the mental, the heart, the emotions. We're all connected. And it's just a matter of when the time comes for us to reconnect to certain parts of us. Whether it's the heart, the mind, the soul, or in the physical. And it looks like you need to get out there in the physical, Gemini. Gotta go. Y'all reading was too long. I love you, Gemini. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you haven't. Love and light. Bye, Gemini.